viewer, welcome to our Glory Globe viewers of Amazing News for viewer. Bats are reservoirs for several zoonotic viruses such as Ebola and coronaviruses too. So these pathogens can spread to humans through direct contact with the flying mammals or their bodily fluids, or indirectly through contaminated food and water, or through intermediate animals host. Efforts to reduce these risks have included culling and experimental attempts to vaccinate individual animals. However, these methods are often inactive as well as being impractical and potentially harmful to ecosystems. But there could be another way, and that's to immunize wild bats using their natural behaviors. A team of researchers from China has developed an approach that uses mosquitoes and saline traps to deliver vaccines, as the detailed study published in Science Advances. The idea is based on a simple premise that bats eat mosquitoes and mosquitoes bite bats, and bats also have a liking for salt like many mammals. To make it work, the scientists developed vaccines based on recombinant vesicular stomatis virus, that is called the RVSV, engineered to carry proteins from viruses such as rabies. So, how did they vaccinate mosquitoes? The researchers allowed lab raised mosquitoes to feed on blood containing the vaccine, which then replicated in their cells, then sterilized them with X rays so they could not breed in the wild. Viewers, they also built traps that spray a salty mist to attract bats. When the animals find them using their sense of smell, they drink the saline solution which is laced with the vaccine. To test the vaccine, the researchers set up a large enclosed space that mimicked a natural cave environmental and populated it with members of two different bat species. They then released the vaccine carrying mosquitoes into this area. So, for the saline traps, the team just wanted to test if they would attract bats. So, they placed them in a real cave and used a harmless marker called tetracycline in the salt water instead of the vaccine. So, a few weeks after the bats were placed in the enclosure, the scientists collected blood samples or found antibodies against rabies, indicating the bats had developed immunity. In a separate test, they gave different bats the vaccine orally and later tested their blood, and these too had developed an immune response. So, in a final test, the researchers infected both sets of bats with the rabies virus, and most vaccinated bats survived while all unvaccinated bats died. Behind the exclusive report.